May I come in, sir? Good morning, honorable board members.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Brijesh. So, Brijesh, you have done your LL.B from Delhi University.
Yes, ma'am.
When was this university established?
Pardon me, ma'am.
Okay. Who's the current Vice Chancellor of DU?
I don't remember his full name, but it's something Tyagi, sir.
What's the full form of LL.B?
Ligum baccalaureus is the full form of LL.B, but in general we say Bachelor in Law.
ये जो आपने पहले बोला, is that a legal magazine? Like, is it Latin? Is it French? What is it?
Ma'am, as per my knowledge, it is Latin term,
Okay.
but I'm not 100% sure about it.
You have mentioned playing cricket as one of your hobbies.
Yes.
Can you tell me who won the T20 Cricket World Cup?
Ma'am, this time men's or women's?
Men.
Men's, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I was busy in my study in preparation for mains, so I didn't follow this season.
So T20 World Cup 50 overs, men. Who won that?
One day international.
Sir, Australia won that.
Okay. Which movie or series have you watched last? You have written watching movies and series as your hobby.
Ma'am, recently I have watched Panchayat 2 web series and Family Man. I like these.
Any legal movie have you watched which had a legal angle?
Yes, sure, ma'am. One movie I watched of Ayushmann Khurrana, Article 15, right? I'm sorry, Article 15. And one of Amitabh Bachchan in which
Pink.
yes, some rape cases related. I'm forgetting the name, but they
There is one more movie which came last year. It's Satya Prem Ki Katha. Have you heard about it? Kartik Aaryan, Kiara Advani.
No, ma'am, I'm not aware of that.
You're not aware of that?
For the last 2 years, ma'am, I was busy in my study. I was totally giving time to my studies and preparation. So I cut off myself from any social networking sites and YouTube channels. In fact, in my hobby, I used to see only legal videos on YouTube, which is anyhow going to help in my preparation.
तो आपकी हॉबी बदली नहीं 2 साल में? मतलब ये तो आपने करना छोड़ दिया 2 साल
Yes, sir.
पहले, तो इन 2 सालों में कोई न्यू हॉबी डेवलप हुई आपकी?
Sir, in long term, if I will say that I love in fact watching movies and playing outdoor games. In fact, I used to play online PUBG games, which was famous. But after 2022, when I entered in my preparation stage, so I got first attempt of UP, and that was very hectic. So since then, I didn't indulge myself in any social networking sites.
Okay. So I was talking about this movie Satya Prem Ki Katha, right? This
Yes, ma'am.
movie
I'm
has...
sorry, I have not heard.
It's okay. I'll tell you what the movie is about. There is this girl, Kiara Advani. She is dating a guy, right? One day, the guy takes Kiara Advani along with her, okay, after a Garba night. And the man who is the boyfriend, he forces himself upon Kiara Advani. Now, though she does not push him away or she does not hesitate, she's just saying no, no, no again and again, that's it. And he has physical intercourse with her. Will this amount to rape?
Ma'am, indeed I will say it comes under the definition of rape, because after development of rape law, what I know that there are 2 types of consent, passive consent and active consent. So in this situation, what you have given to me, I think although she has participated actively in intercourse, but when she says no, then no means no. What was a dialogue in Pink movie? So
That no means no.
Yes, ma'am. So it's in this given situation, I don't think that there was any passive consent in which she was in really mentally state to have intercourse.
Section 375 mentions various grounds where a woman's consent is not considered a valid consent. There are 2 points in that: against her will and against her consent. Without her will and without her consent. So this particular situation will fall in what? Without her consent or without against her will?
In the second one, without her consent.
No, without her consent or against her will.
Ma'am, I think we should do purposive interpretation. So will, according to me, will should not commonly, it should be categorized in 2 terms, that is active participation of will and passive participation of will. Willingness, according to me, shall not be given interpretation that only physical willingness to have intercourse. That should be connected with mental state, and both shall be written, both shall be construed harmoniously and interpreted harmoniously. So I think our situation falls in both categories. That must amount to against her will and against her consent.
There was another movie that came certain years back, Suryavanshi, Akshay Kumar, Katrina Kaif. Rings a bell? Ranveer Singh.
Ma'am, I have seen that movie, but I have forgotten the story.
There's a scene in that movie where Akshay Kumar is beating the family members of a certain accused criminal, so that accused criminal confesses to his crime. So he's beating his wife and his mother mercilessly. What offense is being committed here by the policeman?
Could you please, would you mind re-explaining the scene?
Akshay Kumar, there is an accused, there is a criminal. There are certain allegations against him. Now, Akshay Kumar wants, he's a police officer. Akshay Kumar wants that man to confess to his crime, but he's not confessing. So what Akshay Kumar does is that he starts beating his wife, accused wife and daughter mercilessly in front of him, so that the accused confesses to the crime. What offense is that?
Ma'am, what offense does Akshay
Kumar commits as a police officer, as per Indian Penal Code?
Ma'am, I don't know the exact section, but I know it is an offense in which a public servant, within a police, not even exactly police service has been used, but being a public authorities, has overcome his power, which is not with him. So I'm sorry, I don't know the exact section, but indeed that is the offense which would come under the IPC in public authorities category. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact
Can you
section.
mention certain GI tags of Bihar?
Ma'am, one GI tag, Bigha Aam and Lichi. Muzaffarpur Lichi.
Thank you.
Brijesh, you are from Buxar.
Right, sir.
So, your favorite subject of law?
Sir, although I love to study law, but CRPC and Evidence Acts attracts me more.
What is plea bargaining?
Plea bargaining. Sir, plea bargaining is a provision under Code of Criminal Procedure in which I can say the settlement of charge, or we can say charge bargaining. Accused can do charge bargaining, in which he accepts the guilt and he do compromise with the victim or his lawyer, and he fixes some compensation, and the court reduces his sentences.
Okay, so this is on what stage? After the trial or on the trial?
Sir, would you allow me a moment, please?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, it is before trial stage, but in FIR cases, after police has filed the charge sheet, the accused gets locus standi to apply for plea bargaining.
Okay. Stages of criminal trials?
Sir, the first stage comes with police complaint, FIR. Sir, can I get some clarification on this, please?
What are the stages of criminal proceedings?
Sir, first stage is investigation stage. The second stage comes with charge sheet, when police officer files the charge sheet, and after that judicial magistrate do charge framing and the trial stage starts.
When the judicial magistrate is framing the charge, so that stage comes under the inquiry or
Inquiry
trial.
stage, sir. True, sir.
What is the main difference between inquiry and a trial?
Sure, sir. Please allow me a moment, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, under inquiry, judicial magistrate do a kind of investigation to 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 satisfy himself that in what charges he should begin the trial. And trial stage comes after the inquiry stage, in which evidences are collected, which would be either against the accused or in favor of the accused.
Charge framing is coming under the inquiry or investigation?
Sir, charge framing would come under inquiry stage. Inquiry stage starts when the police officer files the charge sheet, and judicial magistrate fixes a date for charge framing. So that particular period when the police officer files his charge sheet till magistrate files his charges, he fixes his charges, that stage is inquiry stage. And after judicial magistrate fixes his charges, trial starts.
If you are a judicial magistrate and a police officer, after the investigation submits a closure report, but the main accused of a crime,
Pardon me, sir, I am main accused.
Main accused of a crime comes to your court and admitted that I did the crime, then what you will do?
Sir, it would be my discretion if from the given facts and circumstances I believe or I got a prima facie case that there are evidences against the accused, I would fix such a date for charge framing, because I am not bound by the charge sheet of police officer.
So this is given under any section of CRPC?
I don't remember, sir, any particular section. I'm sorry.
मतलब आपके पास क्लोजर रिपोर्ट आई, ठीक है, आप अपनी डिस्क्रिप्शन पे डायरेक्ट चार्ज फ्रेमिंग के लिए डेट फिक्स करेंगे?
सर, मुझे अगर क्लोजर रिपोर्ट आती है तो मैं उस क्लोजर रिपोर्ट से अगर सेटिस्फाइड हूँ पर्टिकुलर सर्कमस्टांसेस में, तो मैं एक्शन नहीं लूँगा. लेकिन अगर मुझे उस क्लोजर रिपोर्ट से डाउट है और कोई मेन एक्यूज मेरे सामने आकर के कन्फेस करना चाहता है, तो मेरे पास डिस्क्रिशन है कि मैं चार्ज फ्रेमिंग के लिए बुला सकता हूँ.
एक्यूज के उस कन्फेशन पे आप सोर कन्विक्शन कर सकते हैं?
सर, अगर वो कन्फेशन 164 सीआरपीसी में मैं ले रहा हूँ तो, और कोई अगेंस्ट में उसके बाकी एविडेंसेस अगर कोरोबोरेट कर रहे हैं तो मैं कर सकता हूँ.
ओके, सो लास्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज प्लीडिंग?
Sir, pleading is a briefing of facts in a plaint or written statement given by either party, in which they ascertain or deny some facts.
Where it is defined under CPC?
Sir, pleading is defined under Order 6, Rule 1.
Okay, so it contains both plaint and written statement. Only plaint and written statement?
Sir, in that category, if CPC Order 6 Rule 1 uses both words, plaint and written statement, but in broadened category, if we will see, plaint includes replications also, and written statement includes counterclaim setups also. So in broad category, we can say that pleading includes these also.
What do you mean by replication?
Sir, when plaint is filed and other party files his written statement, so in written statement he is allowed to file some extra facts.
Who allows?
Sir, I don't remember exact provision, but it is CPC.
Continue with your answer.
So if there is some extra statements given under the written statements, which we can say additional points. So for those additional points, the party who has filed a plaint is allowed to file replication in reply of that additional points.
Good. Suppose if the plaintiff file a written statement and he added 2 extra points, on that the if the defendant filed a written statement and he adds 2 more extra points, on that the replication is filed by the plaintiff.
True, sir.
In replication, plaintiff have right to add more points or not?
Yes, sir. He can add more points, and then on that rejoinder is being filed by the defendant again.
Okay.
Can preamble be amended?
Indeed, sir. Preamble can be amended.
What are the 2 case laws about amendment of preamble? Leading case laws.
True, sir. Can you please allow me a moment? Sir, one I remember,
One is
Keswananda Bharti versus
Keshwan Bharti, in which it was held that preamble can be amended, and one is Re-Beruberi, in which it was held that it cannot be
It
amended.
cannot be amended and it
Now,
is not part of
what changed the mind of only Supreme Court that first it holds that it cannot be amended, and now again after some years in Keshwanda Bharti it holds that it can be amended. What was the reasoning, basic reasoning?
Sir, according to my level of understanding, our higher institutional courts got to know that constitutional law is also a developing law, which shall develop with a society. And initially, in Re-Beruberi case, it was held that preamble cannot be amended, but later on, it was seen that it would make this judgment would make our constitutional law static in nature, which would not lead us to development and won't achieve the goal of the preamble. Later on, this is the reason that Supreme Court in Keshwananda Bharti case versus State of Kerala.
Are you sure this is the reasoning? Okay, leave it. Why can't we amend the preamble of BNS or Hindu law? These acts also have preambles. Why can't we amend them? But we can amend the preamble of Constitution.
Sir, I'm not very sure about but if you allow me, I would try to. Go ahead. Sir, according to me, the preamble of these laws, like substantive laws and procedural laws, are made before the enactment of those laws. The preamble of these laws shows that what the CRPC is about, what exactly is in the Hindu law, is in the Muslim law. But sir, preamble of the Constitution was added at the last, after the whole Constitution was framed and enacted. So it was identity card of the Constitution, and the identity card can be amended as when Parliament wanted to express that this provision the Constitution is showing us.
Is there any limitation on the amending power of Parliament?
True, sir. In Keswananda Bharti case versus State of Kerala, it was held that basic structure cannot be amended.
What is basic structure?
Sir, though basic structures has not been defined anywhere, but Supreme Court had established certain guidelines that Parliament is not authorized to amend any such provision of the Constitution, which is the basic foundation of the Constitution and on which the whole Constitution is based on. Suppose we have democracy and we have parliamentary system. So Parliament cannot amend parliamentary system and convert the whole Constitution into a presidential system.
Don't you think basic structure theory is a vague theory?
Sir, if we will see, we can see this in a two certain way. If we will see one way, that it cannot be put into a straitjacket formula, that what exactly the basic structure is. So we can say it is a vague theory. But if we will see the whole dimension and the purpose of the Supreme Court higher institutional court, we cannot say that it is a vague theory, because it is protecting anywhere our society and anywhere our constitutional law not to go beyond certain limits, and controlling check and balance, putting check and balance on the parliamentary's power.
Have you heard about term digital arrest?
Sir, I have heard, but I am not aware. I will see about it. I am not aware what exactly.
Do you know
it
what is digital rape?
Sir, exactly I have heard about it, but I have not gone too much in deep. I will
What
see.
is deepfake? Deepfake.
Pardon, sir, I don't know about it.
Okay. Who was the first Chief Justice of Patna High Court?
I don't remember, sir. I'm sorry.
Who is the current?
Honorable Justice K. Vinod Chandran.
Okay. From where he belongs?
Sir, I don't
To
know.
Patna or to some other state?
No, he is from South India, but I don't know his native state.
Okay. Which is your favorite subject?
Sir, my favorite subject is CVRPC and evidence law.
Evidence law. How the electronic document is admitted under 65B of Evidence Act?
Sir, there are 4 guidelines under 65B, in which I cannot say that I can exactly tell what the 4 guideline is.
Tell me.
But there are.
Tell me. Guidelines.
Sir, the first is that there's the computer system in which, or any electronic device in which that electronic data has been collected is regularly working, has not been tampered, and one certificate.
Who issues the certificate?
Sir, pardon me, sir.
Okay. Is it mandatory to issue a certificate or not?
Sir, there are certain development of case law on that. I am forgetting right now.
What is the leading case law on 65B?
Sir, exactly. There are 4 case law in which it was developed through year to year. I don't remember the sequence of those cases. I'm sorry.
Okay. What is best evidence rule?
Sir, best evidence rule says that the evidences which best supports the case shall be admitted. So, for example, we can say that primary evidence shall prevail over secondary evidence. Documentary evidence shall prevail over any other evidences. These rules are called best evidence rule.
What are the exceptions to hearsay evidence?
Sir, there are certain exceptions in Indian Evidence Act. We can say Section 6, res judicata, and dying declaration.
The confession of co-accused come under the term of evidence. Can you call the confession of co-accused evidence in a strict sense as per Evidence Act?
Sure, sir. We have Section 29 upon that, which allows confession of co-accused as it makes it as a relevant fact. And
what kind of evidence it is? Weak or strong? Confession of co-accused.
Sir, it is initially in our old Evidence Act under Section 133, it was mentioned that it would not be illegal if the conviction is based upon the testimony of an uncorroborated testimony of an accomplice. So we can say that by.
What is the difference between accomplice and co-accused?
Okay, pardon me, sir. It makes difference. Accomplice is who is a participis criminis, who is participant in the crime, and co-accused is who has participated or he has been charge sheeted by the judicial magistrate in the same trial for the same offence. I was wrong.
Okay. Sir.
जी ब्रिजेश, जज क्यों बनना चाहते हैं आप?
सर, सबसे पहले कि जुडिशरी इंडिपेंडेंट है, और जुडिशरी इंडिपेंडेंट होने के नाते हमें मौका मिलता है कि अपने हिसाब से हम लोग काम कर पाएँ, जस्टिस दिला पाएँ, और एक समाज में बेहतर रिप्रेजेंटेशन के तौर पे हम.
बस यही रीज़न है
सर. सोशल जस्टिस इसमें सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है.
पर्सनल ग्रोथ को कहाँ तक देखते हैं आप?
जी सर.
पर्सनल ग्रोथ को कैसे देखते हैं इसमें?
सर पर्सनल ग्रोथ के देखते हैं कि मुझे एक तरीक़ा से इंडिपेंडेंट तरीके से काम करने के लिए मिलता है।
ग्रोथ इन टर्म्स ऑफ मॉनेटरी, मनी वाइज?
सर मनी वाइज ग्रोथ गवर्नमेंट जॉब है, पर्क्स के साथ साथ एक लमसम हैंडसम अमाउंट ऑफ सैलरी होता है और उसके साथ पर्क्स होता है, तो नॉर्मल स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग में हमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं आती है।
इतना पढ़ने के बाद नॉर्मल स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग सफिशिएंट?
सर इसीलिए मैंने बोला कि उसके साथ साथ सोशल जस्टिस भी मैटर करता है और उसमें इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ जुडिशरी जो है वो सबसे ज़्यादा मैटर करती है।
कोर्ट ऑफ रिकॉर्ड किसे बोलते हैं?
सर कोर्ट ऑफ रिकॉर्ड बोलते हैं कि अगर कोई स्टेटमेंट अगर किसी कोर्ट के पास है तो वो डायरेक्टली एज ए एविडेंस में यूज हो सकता है।
कर्ता की डेफिनेशन, कर्ता, हु इज कर्ता?
सर कर्ता इज़ अ सीनियर मोस्ट मेंबर ऑफ ए फैमिली जो कि उस घर के या उस हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली के सारे कामों को करता है।
राइट्स क्या हैं कर्ता के?
सर कर्ता के राइट्स हैं कि वो अपने पूरे फैमिली को जो है उसको लीगल रिप्रेजेंट कर सकता है, उस फैमिली के प्रॉपर्टी को किस तरीके से खर्चे को, एक्सपेंसेस एंड रेवेन्यूज़ को डिसाइड कर सकता है और प्रॉपर्टी जो जॉइंट प्रॉपर्टी है उसको हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली के फेवर का अगर कुछ काम है तो उसके लिए डिस्पोज ऑफ भी कर सकता है।
पुलिस डायरी और केस डायरी में कोई डिफरेंस है?
पार्डन में सर।
इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बाद क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन?
चार्जशीट इज बीइंग फाइल्ड बाय द पुलिस।
जी, और केवल चार्जशीट फाइल हो सकती है?
इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बाद पुलिस चार्जशीट फाइल करती है, उसमें या तो क्लोजर रिपोर्ट दर्शाएगी या तो चार्ज फ्रेम करेगी कि मेरे हिसाब से ये एविडेंस मिला, ये चार्ज लगना चाहिए।
तो या तो चार्जशीट जाएगी या क्लोजर जाएगा।
जी सर।
है ना। आपने एक उस क्वेश्चन पर दोबारा मैं आ रहा हूँ, आपने कहा था कि क्लोजर लगता है तो चार्ज फ्रेमिंग के डिस्क्रिजन है।
ट्रू सर।
है ना। क्या बिना कॉग्निजेंस के चार्ज फ्रेमिंग हो जाएगी? कॉग्निजेंस तो उसने लिया ही नहीं, कॉग्निजेंस लिया नहीं तो इंक्वायरी स्टार्ट नहीं हुई, इंक्वायरी स्टार्ट नहीं हुई तो चार्ज फ्रेमिंग कैसे होगी?
कॉग्निजेंस लेगा चार्ज फ्रेमिंग के।
किस पे लेगा?
सर कॉग्निजेंस लेने के जुडिशियल मजिस्ट्रेट इंडिपेंडेंट है, अगर उसको सर्टेन फैक्ट से लगता है कि नहीं ऑफेंस प्राइमा फेसाई बन रहा है तो वो कॉग्निजेंस ले सकता है।
मतलब पहले वो कॉग्निजेंस लेगा ना किसी चीज़ पे, इन्फॉर्मेशन पे ही सही।
ट्रू सर।
बट पहले वो कॉग्निजेंस लेगा, उसके बाद चार्ज फ्रेमिंग कर सकता है। प्रोटेस्ट पिटीशन क्या है?
सर प्रोटेस्ट पिटीशन अगर पुलिस ने क्लोजर रिपोर्ट डाल दी, मैं एक उदाहरण के तौर पर बता रहा हूँ, अगर पुलिस ने क्लोजर रिपोर्ट डाल दी और जुडिशियल मजिस्ट्रेट ने कॉग्निजेंस नहीं लिया तो विक्टिम के पास राइट होता है कि वो प्रोटेस्ट पिटीशन डाले कि आप कॉग्निजेंस लीजिए।
ठीक है। जैसा कि आप जानते होंगे बिहार के सिलेबस में आईपीसी नहीं है, तो मतलब आपका क्या इस पे ओपिनियन है कि मतलब एक ऐसा स्टेट जहाँ पर इतना क्राइम है, क्राइम रेट इतना है, वहाँ पर सिविल जज के एग्ज़ाम के लिए आईपीसी सिलेबस में नहीं है?
सर सिलेबस डिस्क्रिशन है कमीशन का और हर तरीके के क्राइम, हर तरीके के ऑफेंसेस और सिविल या क्रिमिनल नेचर के कई तरीके के केस आते हैं हमारे पास, तो सिलेबस के तौर पर हम ये नहीं डिसाइड कर सकते हैं खुद से कि क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है क्या नहीं।
अच्छा, तो मतलब स्पेसिफिकली आईपीसी को ही क्यों बाहर करा गया?
सर इसके बारे में मुझे जानकारी नहीं, मैं समझता हूँ कि हर स्टेट का अपना कमीशन का डिस्क्रिशन होता है, बिहार में आईपीसी को बाहर किया गया है।
अच्छा ठीक है। आपने अपना फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट बताया था क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर कोड।
जी सर, और एविडेंस एक्ट।
और एविडेंस एक्ट, तो ये दोनों एक लॉ है, है ना। एक बात करता है क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर कोड की, दूसरा कह रहा है इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट। तो ये कोड और एक्ट का क्या चक्कर है? ये अलग अलग क्यों इस्तेमाल किए जाते हैं? दोनों ही लॉ हैं।
जी सर, दोनों लॉ हैं। कोड उस सेंस में हम यूज करते हैं जिसमें कि अगर आपको किसी पर्टिकुलर चीज़ के बारे में देखना है और उस पर्टिकुलर कोड से बाहर आपको जाने के लिए ज़रूरत नहीं है। जैसे अगर क्रिमिनल ट्रायल हमें करना है, बेसिकली सीआरपीसी क्रिमिनल ट्रायल के बारे में कि केस किस तरीके से चलना चाहिए, तो कोई अगर क्रिमिनल केस के बारे में हमें देखना है तो हमें कोड ऑफ क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर से बाहर देखने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, कोई अदर लॉज की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, इसलिए उसको कोड बोला गया है।
और
एविडेंस एक्ट है जो कि एक पार्लियामेंट के द्वारा पास किया गया है और उसमें
वहाँ भी बाहर देखने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती। हमें एविडेंस के रूप में क्या देना है, कैसे देना है, ये सब केवल हमें एविडेंस ही बताता है।
ट्रू सर।
तो इसमें डिफरेंस तो नहीं हुआ। तो फिर कोड, कहीं पर कोड यूज़ हो रहा है, कहीं पर एक्ट यूज़ हो रहा है, दोनों ही आपके फेवरेट हैं। तो
सर मुझे यही डिफरेंस में मैं देखूंगा इसको, मुझे ये डिफरेंस पता।
चलिए, कर्पूरी ठाकुर के बारे में जानते हैं। बिहार में बहुत रेलेवेंस है, आपने जगह जगह स्टेट मतलब देखा होगा उनकी मूर्तियों को।
जी सर, कर्पूरी ठाकुर बिहार के एक्स चीफ मिनिस्टर थे।
अच्छा, और क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है उनका?
सर नेशनल मूवमेंट्स में एज ए लीडर के रूप में जाने
बिरसा
जाते हैं।
मुंडा को जानते हैं?
जी सर।
क्या है उनका रेलेवेंस?
बिरसा मुंडा सर शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स के लिए के लीडर्स थे, जो उनको रिप्रेजेंट करते थे और उनके ट्राइबल कम्युनिटीज़ के प्रोटेक्शन के लिए वो लड़े थे।
जीतन राम मांझी,
जी सर।
उनका क्या रेलेवेंस है?
सर जीतन राम मांझी का जो सबसे फेमस रिलेवेंसी मुझे नज़र आता है, वो जो बिहार में पहाड़ तोड़ कर के रोड बनाने वाली बात है।
क्योंकि आप मूवीज़ भी देखते हैं, तो इस पे एक मूवी भी बनी है
मांझी।
मांझी, तो कौन एक्टर है उसमें?
सर
ये तो दोनों बिहार प्लस आपकी हॉबी। हाँ, नहीं वो तो जिंदा है, जिंदा है अभी। वो जिंदा है। मतलब
ही इज वेरी
आपकी।
फेमस एक्टर, इट्स हिज नेम इज ऑन माय लिप्स।
अच्छा, नवाज?
नो मैम, नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी मैम।
चलिए, सब्लिमेशन के बारे में बताइए, क्योंकि जनरल साइंस बहुत फेवरेट रहता है बिहार में। जनरल साइंस है ना, एक अलग से मेंस में पेपर आपने दिया होगा, तो व्हाट इज सब्लिमेशन?
माफ़ कीजिएगा सर, मैंने जनरल साइंस बिहार के मेंस के पर्पस के लिए पढ़ा था, उसके बाद मैंने रिवीजन
अभी नहीं किया
मैं
रिवीजन?
ये सब टर्म्स सुना हुआ हूँ।
अच्छा, साइंस एक बार पढ़ लीजिएगा। बाकी एक शब्द होता है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल टॉर्ट्स,
जी सर।
सुना है? क्या होता है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल टॉर्ट? क्या होता
सर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल टॉर्ट्स वो होता है जिसमें हमारे किसी राइट्स को वॉयलेट किया जाता है और उसमें हमें कंपेंसेशन के रूप में टॉर्ट
है? ये तो टॉर्ट हो गया। टॉर्ट्स और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल टॉर्ट में क्या अंतर है?
आई एम सॉरी सर, आई विल सी इट।
कोई नहीं, हो